G'day, welcome back again to Dad vs Son, our playthrough of Ace of Valor from Legion Wargames, and we're going on with mission 15 of 16, and we have a bomber escort. We have 2 bombers and 4 fighters heading over here to Depot B. So let's just get straight into it, shall we? We have heavy cloud, so that may affect some things, but we'll just have to see what happens. So first up, we're going to move down this way, adjust our track, and roll for an event. 11s and 12s are the ones we're worried about at the moment. Coming down again. Nothing happening. And again. It's a 9, so nothing there. Down to our Depot B. A 7. Down to Cambrai. And nothing. And now we head west over the forest. So we've gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nothing happening over our balloon barrage. And into our sector F. Okay, we're over the trenches now, so 9 to 12s. And we have an event. And the event is a 6 in trenches, is enemy fighters. Roll 1d6. And we get 4 fighters. Okay. We have Donald, Billy's back, Andrew, and Robert. Okay, so 4 enemy fighters. Bump, a bump, a bump, and a bump. So Billy's a 2-2, Andrew's a 1-0, Donald a 0-1, and Robert's a straight out. We do our detection check. And it's an 8, plus 4 is 12, minus 2 is 8. But we have a 2-seater. Oh, well, our bomber is... Sorry. We have 8 plus 4 is 12, minus 2 is 10. Minus 1 is 9. We spot the enemy first. We may choose to engage or evade. Plus 1 to our initiative of the first round if we choose to engage. We are going to evade. The bombing mission is more important. While I think about it, I want to grab the depot. The fuel depot. Righto. So the enemy fighters go away. Righto. We move into sector F. In the enemy trenches, we do our check. There is nothing happening there. We look for triple A. A 3. There is no triple A. We move over to their balloon barrage. Look for a flight event. 7, no, it's a 10 or a 12, 10 to 12 I should say. Triple A, we have heavy triple A, so that is going to be 3 die against each of our planes. Okie dokie. So first is Manfred, no hits. Ernst, 1 potential hit, which does nothing. Oswald, nothing. Bruno, nothing. Our 0-1 bomber. Oh, 2 potential hits. Okay. 1 die plus 1. Can't really do anything. And then our other bomber, nothing. Okay. And we move to our mission objective. the depot. Right, and we roll for an event, and there is not. So we can come over here and now. The only thing I want to do is do my calculation. We should be 11 down, so we should be on 13. Okay, so we have a fuel depot, initiative 2, and it's got 5 AAA. Righto, our first bomber, the 01, is going to bomb on the 3rd impulse, the 3rd combat round, I should say, if I can find a 3. And the 2nd will bomb on the 3rd as well, so they're both going to bomb on the 3rd, so I can just leave that over there. Let's put our aircraft out. Okay, so we have a 10 for Manfred, and 1 is 11. That was disgusting. We have a 10 for Ernst, and 1 is 11. That's disgusting. We have an 8 for Oswald, and 5 is 13. We have a 6 for Bruno, and 6 is 12. Our first bomber is a 3, and 5 is 8. And our second bomber is a 3, and 5 is 8. Okay. Righto, so first up is Oswald, who takes 5 AAA. And they all miss. And he goes into the attack. He is a 13 to 2, is an 11. For air to ground. Okay, 13 for air to ground. He's strafing. So that's 3 die for him, and he's a +1, which gives him 2, 4, 5 potential hits. The strafing, and that's a miss, and that's a miss, so he gets 3 hits in and climbs away. Next is Bruno, who gets 2 die because he's 10 away. We have 5 AAA against him first, with 2 potential hits, so 1 die +1. And does nothing. So 2 die for him, no modifiers, and he gets 1 potential hit, and it's a 3, so we're up to 4 hits, and he pulls away. Next up is Manfred, who will take the 5 AAA. With no hits. He is 9 away, so gets 2 die. He's +4. That gives him 4 potential hits. And that's a miss. He gets 3 hits in there, so we take the 2 for the fuel depot and turn it over. And we have 6 hits on there. He flies away. Now it's the 3 anti-aircraft fire against Ernst for no hits, and Ernst can't attack anymore. 3 anti-aircraft fire against this bomber. 1 potential hit, can't do anything. It flies away. And the other bomber, 1 potential hit, can't do anything, and it flies away. And we move up to round 2. We do our combat event check. It's a 4. In the enemy rear is a 3, so die 6 enemy fighters. And we get 6 enemy fighters. Okay. We have a 1. Donald, a 0, 1. Billy's back for a 2. Henry. Andrew is a 1. And Robert, a 0. And Albert, a 0. So we'll put them out first. Okay, so Robert is a 6 and 2 is 8. Albert is a 6 and 3 is 9. Andrew is a 7 and 4 is 11. Henry is a 6 and 2 is 8. I'll just put him on top. Donald is a 6 and 6 is 12. And Billy is an 8 and 4 is 12. And then our aircraft, Manfred, who is a 10 and 6 is 16. That was Ernst. What am I doing? I said Manfred. And then Ernst, who's a 10 and 6 is 16. Oswald, who is an 8 plus 5 is 13. Bruno's a 6 plus 3 is 9. First bomber is a 3 and 3 is 6. And the second bomber is a 3 and 1 is 4. Okay, now the one thing I didn't do was the detection check, so we need to do that anyway. And we get a 7 plus 4 for us is 11. Minus 2 for Billy is 9. Minus 1 for the bomber, our bomber, is an 8. No advantage, air combat occurs. Yep, so I was right. Okay, so Manfred first is going after Billy. So he is at 4 for air combat, which gives him 3 die plus 4. So we have 2, 4, 6 potential hits. 1 die plus 5. 5 and 5 is 10, and Billy goes down in flames again. And Manfred climbs away, waggling his wings. Ernst is next, going after Donald. Again, he's 4 away, which gives him 3 die plus 4, which gives him 6 potential hits. 1 die plus 5. 5 and 2 is 7, and Donald is damaged. And he flies away. Next up is Oswald after Donald. He gets 2 die plus 1. 4 potential hits. So 1 die plus 3. 6 and 3 is 9, and he is shot down. We need a 6 to upskill, and we do not quite get it. Righto. Next is Andrew against Bruno. He's 2 away, so he'll get 2 die. He's a plus 1. He gets 1 potential hit. Does nothing. Now Bruno will go after Henry. 2 die, no modifiers. Gets 2 potential hits. Die plus 1. Does nothing. And now we have Albert after our bomber. Our bomber will get, where are we? 1, 2, 3. They both get 3, so we have the defensive fire first. Does nothing. And then Albert dives in for the attack. 3 die, no multipliers, and gets 1 potential hit, which can't do anything, and climbs away. Henry, we're at 2 now, so they get 2 die, we get 3. So defensive fire first against Henry. Gets 1 potential hit. Does nothing. He comes into attack with 2 die and gets 1 potential hit, which can't do anything, so Henry comes away. Next we have Robert. We get 3 defensive dice against him, and we have 1 potential hit. We need a 6 to do anything, and we don't get it. He gets 2 die, no modifiers, and gets nothing. And that just leaves our bombers flying around now, who aren't attacking, but I think they should still take the flak this time, seeing as there's no other fighters around. So we have 3 against this guy. 1 potential hit, does nothing. Can't do anything. And the other guy, no hits, and he comes back as well. And we go up to our 3rd. Okay, so both bombers will drop this time. First thing is the combat check, and we have a 10. We are in the enemy rear, which makes it a 9. All enemy aircraft run away. So they all go away, and then we line up for our bomb runs. Okay, Manfred is at 10, and 5 is 15. Not that they'll be attacking. Ernst, 10 and 2 is 12, but they're just going to try and waste their ammo. Oswald is an 8, and 3 is 11. Bruno is a 6, and 4 is 10. And our bombers, the 0-1 bomber is a 3, and 1 is 4. And the other bomber is a 3, and 5 is 8. Okay, so Manfred comes down first to try and just scare them. And the AAA gets 1 possible hit, which does nothing, and he climbs away. Oh, sorry, Manfred climbs away. Then we have Ernst. No hits, and climbs away. We have Oswald. No hits, and climbs away. Bruno. No hits, and climbs away. And then we start our bombing run. Okay, so this bomber here is 8 to 2 is 6, which is 4s to hit. So we have 3 bombs and then 3 bombs. So we have 1 potential hit, 2, 3 potential hits. Okay, so 3 hits for bombing. 2 is a miss. No, it's not, sorry, because we're bombing. So that's 2 hits. That's 10 hits all told, which is enough to take it out. We only needed 6 more, and that is destroyed. That goes away. That comes back down. And we move that back down 1, and we can start to head home. The other aircraft drops its bombs as well, and I forgot that they should have only been initiative 2 while they had bombs. Okay, let us head home. You can just see my marker here. Righto, so we head back over to the balloons, to 10 through 12 for an event. Nothing happens. Anti-aircraft fire is a 4, which is light, 1 die against each. Manfred, nothing. Ernst, nothing. Oswald, nothing. Bruno, nothing. 0-1 bomber, no. And t'other bomber, no. We move into sector F. The trenches, we roll for a flight event. There is none. We roll for AAA. A 3, there is none. We head back. Again, an 8, nothing happening. Back to the balloons. Now we are 11s and 12s. Nothing happens. Comes back. A 12. We have a flight event. An 11 in the friendly rear is enemy fighters. And we have 3 enemy fighters. Okay, before I pull them, I'm going to do the detection check. A 7 plus 4 is 11. Yeah. Okay, so 3 enemy fighters. 1 John for a 0, Albert for a 0, and Andrew for a 1. Okay. Okie dokie. So we have an 11 plus 4 is 15. Minus 1 for our bombers is a 14. Minus 1 for Andrew is a 13. We surprise them. Plus 2 to our initiative in the first. Okay, we are going to do this. We'll put ours out first. So Manfred is a 10 plus 2 is 12. And 5 is 17. Ernst is a 12. Plus 1 is 13. Oswald is a 10, plus 5 is 15. Bruno is an 8, plus 6 is 14. The 01 bomber is a 5, and 3 is 8. And the other bomber is a 5, and 3 is 8 as well. Okay, so for the enemy, we have Andrew, who's a 7. And 4 is 11. Albert's a 6, and 6 is 12. And John is a 6, and 4 is 10. Right. So first up will be Manfred against Albert. So 17 to 2 is a 5, which gives him 4 die. And he's plus 4 on the rolls. So that gives him 8 potential hits. 2, 4, 6, 8. So 1 die plus 7. And Albert is shot down. Didn't stand a chance, and Manfred climbs away. Next up is Oswald against Andrew. He's at 4, which will give him 3 die, and he is plus 1. Which gives him nothing for that, is 2 potential hits. 1 die plus 1 is a 6, and Andrew is damaged. He climbs away. Next is Bruno at 3, gets 3 die, no modifiers. And he gets 3 potential hits, 1 die plus 2, 8. And Andrew is shot down. He's a plus 1. So we need to roll a 5 or a 6 for Bruno to upskill. And we do, and Bruno gets it. Bruno becomes skilled. Well done, Bruno. Okay, next we have Eric against John at 3, which is 3 die, plus 4s. That's a fail and a fail. So 2 potential hits. 1 die plus 1 does nothing. And then we have John attacking our bombers. So we'll do the 0-0 first. We're at 2. So he gets 2 die. We get 3 defensive die. No modifiers. And we miss. And John gets his 2 die, no modifiers, and gets 1 potential hit, which can't do anything. And John flies away. And we have our 2 bombers. And we go to round 2, and we do our combat event check. And it's a 4. We are in the friendly rear, which makes it a 5. Any enemy aircraft remain for another combat round. Okay. So we'll put us out. Manfred is a 10, and 3 is 13. Ernst is a 10, and 1 is 11. Oswald is a 8, and 2 is 10. And Bruno is now a 7, and 5 is 12. Our first bomber is a 3, and 2 is 5. And our last bomber is a 3, and 2 is 5. They're sticking together. And then we have poor old John, who is a 6, and 4 is 10. So we get 3 fighters to attack him and hopefully knock him down. So first up is Manfred, who is 3 away from him, giving him 3 die, I believe. And plus 4s. That's a miss. So that's 4 potential hits. 1 die plus 3. That's a 5. Does nothing. Manfred just sprayed bullets everywhere. Next we have Bruno, who is 2 away. Gets 2 shots. He's plus 1. He went to his head. He's got no idea what he's doing. Now we have Ernst, 1 away, gets 2 shots. He's plus 4. That misses, so 2 potential hits. Plus 1. 6 and 1 is a 7 and hits him. Damages him. We can't do anything with our other fighter. He's going to attack the 0-0 bomber. He's at 5. So that's 4 attack dice, 2 defense dice. Okay, 2 defense dice first. 1 potential hit. Oh, sorry, 2 potential hits. So 1 plus 1 doesn't make any difference. John gets 4 die. Attacking the 0-0 bomber. That's 1, 2 hits. He can't do anything, so it's a 1 die plus 1. The most he can get is a 7. So John flies away, and so do the 2 bombers, and we go up to the 3rd round. Roll for an event. We have a 9. Plus 1 is 10. All enemy aircraft depart. So John flies away, and we start to head home. Righto, we come up the rail yard. We roll for a flight event. There's nothing. Up to Douai, or however it's pronounced, my apologies. No event. Up to the clear area. No event. Up to our depot A. Whoop. Oh, I thought it was going to roll. Up to Lille. And we have an event. Okay. And the event is a 4. In the friendly rear is an enemy raid. Okay. 1 D2 of 2-seaters. So 1 2-seater. And it's a 0-0. And D3 plus 1 fighters. And that'll be 3 plus 1 is 4 fighters. And they get Philip a 0, John a 0, William a 0, and Raymond a 1, 2. Okay. Okie dokie. And we do our detection check. And it's a 6. Plus 4 for us is a 10. Minus 1 for our bombers is a 9. Minus 1 for John is an 8. Which is just a straight up no advantage. Combat occurs. Righto. Caught them as they headed for our airfield. Okie dokie. Let's put them out. We'll put ours out first. We have Manfred a 10 and 5 is 15. Ernst a 10 and 3 is 13. Bruno is a 7 and 2 is 9. He's just getting there. We have Oswald, who is an 8 and 1 is 9. They're just sticking together, helping each other out. First bomber is a 3 and 4 is 7. The other bomber is a 3 and 3 is 6. Now the enemy aircraft, Raymond, is a 7 and 3 is 10. John is a 6 and 1 is 7. Philip is a 6 and 6 is 12. William is a 6 and 3 is 9. And their two-seater is a 4 and 6 is 10. Wow. Okay. Let's get into it. So first up will be Manfred against Philip at 1, 2, 3, which is 3 die. And he is +4s. That's a miss. So 4 potential hits. 1 die +3. 4 and 3 is 7, and Philip is damaged. And Manfred climbs. Ernst is attacking next with 2 die, +4. And that gives him 4 potential hits. So 1 die +3. And he misses. God almighty, man. Okay, Philip will attack next. Who will he attack? He's going to try and take out Oswald with the DR1. So he's 1, 2, 3 away. Gets 3 die, needs 5s, no modifiers. Gets 2 potential hits. 1 die +1, nothing. And Philip comes away. Next up is Raymond against Oswald. 2 die +1s. So it gives him 1 potential hit. And misses. And the two-seater now attacks Oswald. Gets 2 die. And needs 5s, no modifier. Gets 1 potential hit. Does nothing. Flies away. Next up is Oswald going after John. 2 die +1. So that gives him 3 potential hits. 1 die +2. 2 and 2 is 4. Does nothing. Then Bruno again. 2 die +1. It gets nothing. Damn it, Janet. Okay, so the first one is William against this bomber. And William is 1, 2 away. He's going to get 2 die. We get 3 defensive die to start with. And that gives us 3 potential hits. 1 die +2. And does nothing. And William gets his 2 dies, no modifiers. Gets 1 potentially. This bomber can't do anything. Flies away. And John attacks this bomber. So we get 3 defensive dies to start with, which gives us a 1 potential hit. We need a 6 to knock John over a bit. No. He gets 2 dies, no modifiers. And gets 2 potential hits. 1 die +1. Again, can't do anything with it. He comes down. And our bomber comes down. And we go to round 2. We do our combat event check. And we have an 8. And we're in our rear, which is a 9. Enemy aircraft depart. So their fighters fly away. Their two-seater flies away. And our aircraft come back. We come back over here. And we get back to our airfield. We do an event check. There is none. And we do our post-mission event. Pilot becomes ill. One of your pilots is sick and cannot fly. Select 1 aircraft at random from the ready box. It is unavailable for the next mission and return to the ready box for the following mission. Okay. Let's have a look here. We have Manfred Ernst, Oswald, and Bruno, and the two bombers go away. Oh! So we'll do that first. So we have 7 of them. I'm going to roll a 8-sided die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We get 5. So that is Lothar, who goes to recovery. Can't fly for the next mission. Okay, so let's work out what we got. We shot down 4 fighters and we blew up the fuel depot. So we get 1, 2, 3 for Billy, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 10 is 17. We have nothing to do here, so we'll take the 15 and make it 4 campaign VPs, which takes us to 38. Like that. And these can all go back. Fuel depot can go into there. And that's the end of mission 15. So we're looking at our final mission. So let's come over here. And our final mission will be... Oh, look at that! Bomber escort again. And we're going after an enemy airfield. Right. Oh, which airfield? 1 die 6. We get a 4. 3 and 4 is airfield B. And airfield B is all the way over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we're probably going to have to come back to... One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So back to airfield B. We're not going to make it back to airfield A if we end up with a third round combat. Okay, bomber escort. Cloud cover is heavy clouds again. We'll get our 2 bombers. And the first one is a 0-1 and the second is a 0-1. Okay, so we've got 2 good bombers. And we can take 4 fighters. So again, we'll take our bestest ones. Manfred, Ernst, Oswald, and Bruno, like that, with our 2 like that. And that will be our final mission for this campaign. So, yay team. And then we can start looking at a new campaign. Ta-da! Right, I don't think there's anything else to do. So again, thanks for coming along. I hope I haven't screwed up too much. And I will see you next time for mission 16 of 16 in our 1915 campaign. Bye for now.